good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are joining us around the world. This is the Dream Team webinar. We are grateful to have you on this platform. Welcome, welcome. We have a great show today. Thank you, and take it over.
Okay. Peace, blessings, and enough love to everyone. And we do hope and trust that everyone is wonderful at this time. And we are on the webinar here at Dream Team. And we are going to enlighten, first of all, with the In It to Win It song from Lerato Shadare. And it promises to be good because that's an awesome song, In It to Win It. But pay some attention to the video. We are highlighting, of course, artificial intelligence because that is one of the major components to our business.
We are here. We are on passive. Your next stop is ONPASSIVE.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much, Dr. Derrick.
All right. Yes, wonderful. We'll turn it over to the moderators. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Derrick. That was outstanding. And before I continue, I want to appreciate our welcome team. Thank you so much for making everyone feel at ease. And we had a little ONPASSIVian, a baby girl who was right there saying hello to welcome each and every one of us. Isn't that great? That we're already making her to understand the faces when it's time to reap the fruit. She knows how everybody was working towards that goal, and she was part of it and will be participating in that dream. Thank you for that awesome welcome. And thank you, Dr. Derrick. We appreciate that. We heard the lovely voice in that song, and we saw some of those images, our artificial intelligence being featured there. And we start our webinar, as always, by making sure everybody and everyone is the right mindset. And this forum, we do not take it lightly. The mindset is one of those things that we truly appreciate hearing. And the person who is going to share with us is none other than our lovely sister here in Germany, who has all the beautiful colors behind her. That lovely voice we heard is from Sister Lerato, and she is here to inspire us with the word of the day. Welcome, sis. Keep smiling.
Hi, beautiful sis. How are you?
Doing awesome. Thank you.
Oh, it's so good to see you. It's so good to see you, and it's good to see everyone here. It is such a wonderful day. I will go on and say, I just want to thank my creator and thank him for this opportunity to choose love. You know, every day is an opportunity to choose. Remember, we spoke about choice last week. We said we have so many choices, guys, and for me, every day is an opportunity to choose to love well, to choose to live well, to be conscious of my beingness and make those choices that support life. So I'm so glad to be here, and I see all of you, and you look so beautiful. Thank you, everyone. The welcome team, everybody. Dr. Derrick, you're amazing. Everyone, it's so good to see you. And I mean, I'm not, you know, every time you say the word, I'm just saying I'm here to share my thoughts because, you know, I sit a lot with my thoughts and I question a lot of things. And when I come here, I try to share with you. I never said I'm an expert. I'm not an expert, but I come here to share my thoughts with you so we can think together, right? And the last time when we were here, we were talking about identity and as it pertains to faith and believing, you know, your identity. When we understand ourselves well, then we understand what we're capable of. And we can then draw the best out of ourselves then because we know how we function. It's like all of us here, when you want to buy a car, you want to understand what the car can do. And we choose all those specs, you know, you're like, I want a car like this. Why? Because you want to get the best out of that car. And it has to serve a specific purpose, right? And when it comes to us human beings, most of us don't want to understand ourselves. A lot of people don't want to understand themselves. It's like you're just existing like que sera sera. You don't want to understand your emotions. You don't want to understand what makes you who you are. Your identity is very important because then when you understand yourself, then you can draw the best out of yourself. And last week I said that we were created in the image of God. And I said that a lion cannot birth a zebra, okay? If we're created in the image of God, the attributes of God, you have to go through that yourself and search it out. Because, you know, when you get something, just go and search it out and find out what the attributes of God are. And I said last week that because we are created in the image of God, we also create. We are creators. That means your thoughts are not just thoughts. We have to be very, very particular about how we choose to think. And this week, I'm going to talk about the power of a positive mind. You know, we have to cultivate that. So as us here expressing ourselves as human beings, there are things that we consciously have to be deliberate about choosing for ourselves, because then you start forming yourself and shaping yourself in that way. right? And I said to us the last time that we are tripartite beings. We are spirit, body, and soul. So we're not just our flesh. We have the Spirit of God in us and our soul, our consciousness, right? Where you process thoughts, where you process your emotions. So you have to understand about that, that about yourself, that you're not just the body and everything just happens to you, and where you don't contribute. I said everything that happens. Some of us might have, partake, especially when I talk about the cultivating the positive mindset. Certain things happen to us because some people are so negative. Like there's nothing good that will happen that they will acknowledge that it's good, right? They always look at the glass half full, or everything that you present in front of them, it's always but. There's always but, And last week I spoke also about how I was just marveling. Like I was just so, I'm looking at our CEO, our beautiful CEO, and I'm listening to his speech, and I'm thinking about his spirit. I'm like, he must have a very strong spirit, and he's deliberate about it, because there's never a time, even in the midst of fire, he will tell us that he went to hell and back, but that faith, that tenacity, that endurance, he never came here and started talking about gloom and doom. Even in the midst of the fire and challenges that he can't even dare mention to us, there's never a time when he came here and spoke negativity at all. At all. Like it's almost like it can't come out of his mouth. Even when he's angry. I remember I watched something where he was a little bit upset about something, but even in his him being upset, the way he expressed it, it was not rage. It was just disappointed. He's spoken. I'm like, this, I'm interested in his mind. I'm interested in everything that makes him who he is, because he's incredible in terms of, just what his energy, right? And so, we spoke about that the last time, and I said, it must be also how he thinks. And I said to us last week that our thoughts are very important. What you choose to surround yourself with, because it's a choice. It's very important, because then it manifests, it sips through your consciousness and everything. You might try to hide it, but if you are soaked in negativity the whole time, you cannot attract positivity at all. Like you might try to fake it, but somehow that negativity will sip out, right? It's the same thing that I remember I had a squabble with some of my friends back then, and somebody asked me, is like, but why are you, because at some point I just decided that I'm going to cut somebody off. And I said, I forgive people, but they're people that I'll forgive them, but I'm not going to have them in my life. Why? Because when you check what they say, you can be upset at somebody and say certain things, but the choices of the words that you use reveals what is in your heart about the person. Because no matter how upset I am at somebody, there are things that I will never say, because I've never even meditated about those things about you. If I'm going to say ugliness and things that are just gruesome and just horrid, that means that's what I meditate mostly about when I think about you. So in that moment of anger, those things sip out. My heart then starts being revealed, right? And I said, yes, we can have misunderstandings. We can argue, but immediately when somebody starts to be really ugly, I cut them off. I'll forgive them, but I'm going to cut them off, because then they reveal their heart to me. They revealed their heart. I was like, she revealed her heart. So there's no way that she can say those ugly things about me. And you understand? You understand? We can agree without being disagreeable. Thank you, sis. Yes. I was like, there's no way that she can call myself and say she loves me, but she can say such ugly things about me. It's not possible. That doesn't exist at the same place. So that means her consciousness and her meditations about me were ugly from the beginning. Right? So it sips out. You can't hide that. If you are just negativity, somehow you can try and cover it, but it always sips out somehow. Right? So our mind and what we choose to surround ourselves with, and how we choose to form ourselves, understanding that we are beings, we are vibrational beings, and we also create through our thoughts. So anything that you surround yourself with is going to attract its likeness. Like attracts like. So if you're going to be sipped in negativity, and you come and you're like, oh, I'm going to be positive for 2 seconds, then negativity is going to sip out. It's going to sip out, right? So I think it's important now to talk about cultivating a positive mindset and just keeping your mind positive at all costs, right? When I'm talking about this, I can't help but, I said I'm going to talk about what I know. I was reading a scripture one time and I said, when you read the story of this guy, his name is Job. Job was like, he was doing everything right religiously. He was doing everything right. And of course, if you know the story, the Bible, you can follow the story and everything. But what caught my attention was, at some point he said, the thing that I feared the most has come upon me. So the fear, that consciousness of fear, that emotion of fear, it means he's setting it long enough for it to manifest negativity in his life, because he sat on it. As much as from the outside, he was doing everything wonderful. He was following everything religiously. He was praying. He was doing all these things. But his consciousness was steeped in fear. And that fear manifested certain conditions around his life. Everybody that knows that story knows that he lost his children. Many things happened in his life. And because of that fear attracted that experience to him. It's what attracted that experience. Other people will say, no, it was the devil went and said, oh, look at that 7. But I'm like, but what charged it? What was the energy that attracted that experience? And he himself said it at the end, that the fear, what I feared the most, has come upon me. And even in the same scripture, it said, as a man thinketh, so is he. So meaning that your thoughts, those are the things that are happening in our soul, right? Your thoughts, your mind, all these expressions, your personality happens all in our soul, right? So your thoughts, what you decide to steep or soak yourself in, like all these emotions, all these things that you sit with and you sit with it too long, then they start manifesting in our lives. That's why I said that we have to be very intentional about, things that we choose. I said, yes, we have emotions. Emotions come in different varieties, but certain things, you acknowledge them, you look at them, but you don't sit with them too long, because then they start creating they start attracting what is like to them. So it's important now to be very, 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 very deliberate about things that we allow to fester or to grow in our lives. And that fear, right? We were talking about faith and fear and believing last week. And I said, yes, you create faith. You create it by choosing to align with things that speak about faith. Everything that aligns with faith, you choose those things that aligns with faith, those things that align with power. You choose everything that aligns with life. I said, we have to align. We have to agree with good. Because if we agree with good, then we choose to align with everything that agrees with good and agrees with God, with life, right? So it's a choice. And that happens. I don't know whose mic is on. So it's just Dr. Derrick. Dr. Derrick said, please unmute your mic, please. Thank you. So, and I said that those things that we choose to sit in and your identity, you have to now start building yourself to this person that you want to be, the person of power. And you have a choice, right? And another story that I will mention when it comes to choice and when it comes to positive mindset, I mentioned Job, and I said that his fear attracted whatever happened in his life. That fear, that thing, he festered it in, he sat in it long enough for it to manifest in his life as whatever happened in his life. But then you have another story of 3 Hebrew boys. These boys were in a land that was not theirs. And then at some point, the king of that land wanted them to worship their gods, right? And these boys actually refused. And then they were threatened to be thrown in the fire. And those boys were like, okay, what amazed me about their attitude is that when you read that text, it tells you that the fire that they were going to be thrown in, normally, let's say the temperature was set at 5. For them, it was set at 15. Just to show them that, listen, we are going to barbecue you thoroughly. The drama that happened before they were even thrown in the fire, just to stir the emotion of fear and dread. But they didn't give in to that, because their whole consciousness was in faith. They had faith in their God. And they said, you know what, you can throw us in the fire. The God we serve will save us. But even if he doesn't, we are not going to bow down to these gods. We're not going to. So their mental attitude and how they chose to build themselves, their faith and their attitude and their stance was, we are not doing what you say. You can try to scare us, build the fire to be whatever. We are not going to get, because the king was actually trying to instigate fear and emotion of fear and dread and, but they were not scared. They didn't agree with fear because that's not their consciousness. Their consciousness is not a consciousness of fear, but of faith. And they stood in faith. They said the God we serve is gonna save us. And if it does, even if it doesn't, we're not bowing down. We're not gonna give in to fear. No, because that's not our consciousness. That's not the stuff that we're made of. We're not made of fear. We're made of faith. Right? And everybody that knows that story knows what happened afterwards. They were saved. Right? They were saved. But their initial stance was like, we have agreed with faith. We agree with faith. We have agreed with life. So, whatever you choose to do, it's not going to change our minds. So it's important for us now to start building that. When we understand who we are, it's like we're choosing the specs of building our soul, building things that, just the building blocks of whom we want to be in our soul. People of faith, people of power, right? So, and these are things that you have to intentionally choose. I said we choose. We are given a choice, all of us. And then when we make these choices, it will come also through our speech, right? In the two examples that I gave you, through the speech, it came out. Job said that the thing that I feared the most has come to pass. It came through his speech as well. And I told you that we create also through our words. The 3 Hebrew boys, they were not thrown in the fire. They said, we are not going to bow down. God, the God that we serve will save us. And even if it doesn't, we're not bowing down. It came also, it sipped through their speech. Remember what I told you and said that when somebody thinks negativity about you, there's no way that they can hide it. You can't hide yourself. What your consciousness is like, what you mostly surround or you build yourself with will seep out in your speech, in your thoughts, and everything that we do, and then it will manifest. How does this now correlate with prosperity? Prosperity, we spoke about that. We have discussed in many occasions that it's not only money. It's about life, everything thriving around you. So now that consciousness of prosperity, when we are sipped in it, when we're sipped in faith and power in life, then it goes into everything. There's no way that now we're going to be in that consciousness of life and prosperity and things are dying around us. Our finances cannot die. Things cannot die around us if we are living in life, in that life where the life was like our vibration is the vibration of love and light. There's no way. It's the same thing that last week I said, the people that are here, I believe that we are people of power, because even when people are choosing to fear and they're choosing negativity, they're choosing to follow the trend of what's going on about our company, we're choosing to be here because now we're speaking. We have to now start speaking life to our company, because we cannot be here and speak something else than what we want. We want our company to thrive. So we have to constantly be in that consciousness to say, everything around me lives, everything around me thrives. So is ONPASSIVE. So is everything that I choose to involve myself in, right? Yes, challenges will come. Like, somebody said that challenges will come. Life will test you. Things will come. And like now, we're being tested big time. We're being tested. Our faith is being tested. We said we're faith, then let's see, right? We're being tested. But if we constantly choose, it's like somebody turning up the fire and say, why are you going to give in? Like the 3 Hebrew boys that I told you about. Like they're turning up the fire, and because our consciousness is prosperity, we are choosing nothing else. In this life, I'm prosperous. I don't want anything else. So yes, for 1 minute, maybe I might be like, oh, this happened. But because my consciousness and my identity is in this, I'm molding myself to be a person of power, a person of faith. I might be for 2 seconds, something happened, but then because now my 80% or 90% of whom I am is power, is faith, is life, there's no way that all these things are not going to start manifesting around my life and becoming what I call them to be, right? So we have to understand who we are, guys. We have to understand who we are. We are just not mere, like, you're just, if you're honest, it's like we cannot be made in the image of God and God is a lion and then we are zebras. Come on. We were made in the image of God, guys. So you have to understand the power of whom you are and whose you are. then you can operate in that consciousness and that awareness that nothing, if I said that I'm a person of power, I'm a person of life, and I choose to agree with God, I agree with life, then why is this their death? Why? I'm not agreeing with this. I don't agree with this. I agree with life. I cannot agree with fear. I cannot agree with discouragement and all these things. No, things will happen. Life will happen. Things will test you. But if 90% of your consciousness is agreeing with life, then life has no choice but to manifest and to be that beingness, that expression of whom you are has no choice but to be that. It has to be that. What else can it be? Right? So let's now, we're going to talk more. I will expatiate on this. We can talk about it more in the coming weeks. Like, how do we cultivate a powerful mindset, the positive mindset? Because it's powerful to think positive and to be in that constant, awareness that, okay, things can happen like this, but me, I'm looking at this donut. I don't see a hole in the donut, but I see the donut around the hole. I see the donut around the hole, not the hole around the donut. Right? So life will happen, but how now we choose to process things and what are we conscious of in that moment? Yes, things will happen, things that are heartbreaking, but if our consciousness and then our awareness now is focused on life, then we are attracting everything that pertains to life, and prosperity is a big part of that. Then we prosper, our soul prospers, because our thoughts, everything prospers, our bodies prosper. There's also an instance where they were doing a study, they were talking about placebos, and they were saying that, your mind also, affects your health. There were people that were given a placebo and there were people that were given a real pill. And they found that because people believed that they were given a pill, they were actually recovering. They were recovering. And because they had faith, they were recovering the same way as the people that were given the real medication. So it tells you that you're a powerful being. You're a very powerful being. So you have to be really, really intentional about how you want to build yourself, how you want to build your spirit and yourself and your consciousness and the form of the expression. What you choose, how do you choose to express yourself as a being here? Those things, it's very, very important to be very, 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 very picky and very intentional about how you choose your form of expression on this existence, plane of existence. We are powerful beings, guys, right? So the other text that also shook me to the core it's when Christ was telling some of his followers, have I not said that you are gods, but you will die like mere mortals? Because if you don't understand your identity, then you die in ignorance. And ignorance is not a bliss, guys. I want to tell you this. Ignorance is not a bliss. You understand? It's not a bliss. You will die in ignorance. You will die powerless, because then you don't understand that there's a power in you that can pull things. Those things that you choose in your life, it can pull it. You're a powerful being. Whose you are matters. And so we have to now question ourselves, like, as much as we have choices, when we buy cars, we know the specs that we want, we know what we want to put inside, or when we buy homes, we have choices in furniture that we want to put inside. It's the same thing for you. What do you want to make yourself out of? What are the building blocks of what makes you who you are? So it's a conscious choice. How do you want to build yourself up? So that's why I said that I can't build anybody's faith here. I can't. But I can call that greatness in you and said, listen, you are more than what you think you are, because we are powerful beings. So be very conscious of how you choose to express yourself and things that you allow in your life, and how you choose to express certain emotions. Yes, fear is there, but I said that, you can't sit with it long enough to paralyze you. You let it fuel you, right? So there are many things that we can talk about when we are now talking about this subject of the power of positive mindset, right? This is what we're going to do for maybe the two more weeks. I will talk more about it, and I will just share my thoughts. You can take it or you can leave it. I don't know. But I'm just here to tell you that you're more than what you think you are, who you think you are. So think about this very deliberately, to say your thoughts, your speech, everything that we spoke about here today, to say we have choices, guys. So we will talk about this more in the next coming weeks. Now I'm going to stop here. And in case somebody didn't tell you guys, you are loved. I love you so much. And thank you for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sis. Oh my goodness. We love you unconditionally. You know that. Yes, and you always have the opportunity to be here. This is your home, and we're looking forward to the remainder of the sequence that you have prepared in the coming weeks. Oh, wow, the choices, choosing what we want. Isn't that amazing? And cultivating cultivating a positive mindset. Our sister just said something very, very positive about the mindset. And we have chosen and will continue to choose to align with positivity. And I think that's a very good way to look at life. We've all chosen to go with positivity because that's what helps us. You cannot go into a classroom and, as Sis said, a lion does not give birth to a zebra, right? or an animal that has spots. Definitely not. What is it called? Cheetah. Definitely not. So if you start life by being having a negative mindset, it affects you adversely. But if you start with a positive mindset, it affects you positively. So that's what I gather from today's message. And we appreciate that because we need to start our Sundays and our weeks with all the messages that you share with us. We keep it with us until the following week when you'll have to bring a new one, but not just on a short-term basis. In our lives, we use all these messages that we're getting here, and I hope we practice it too. Thank you, Dr. Benny. Present our speaker for the day while Dr. Derrick is working on that. He happens to be our wonderful speaker today. A man of technology from the age of 7. Do you know that's how young he was when he started having interest in technology? And I did not know him until 2 years ago. Is it 2.5 years ago? And he's been in technology this long. Wow, Dr. Derrick, an international, inspirational, motivational teacher, born in St. Andrew, Jamaica. We're so honored and blessed to know him. So he has extensive education in several areas and has primary, secondary, and tertiary degrees, as we all know. And the ones that he has in technology is more geared towards audiovisual, live pro, audio video engineer, and custom PC builder. Those are just a few, and we are blessed to have him with us. And he shares. And he also has a background in theology and also a certified first aider. And he teaches, he's an instructor he's a Bible instructor and also a certified medical missionary. He has everything and anything you can imagine. And for him to share with us today, his topic today, as we saw in the flyer that was shared with everyone, is just an awesome one. ONPASSIVE, with heart. Dr. Derrick, we do know that he dreams, eats, speaks, think, and talk ONPASSIVE 24/7, especially when his gadgets are cooperating with him. He goes even beyond that. He's going to share with us about what ONPASSIVE is from his heart. ONPASSIVE with heart.
Changing lives using ONPASSIVE with heart. Because, of course, we have a wonderful CEO, a CEO by the name of Ash Mufareh, that is changing lives that change the world. And even though there's no big money coming in, there's no big dollars coming in, we can attest to the fact that with what we have been doing for the past 3 years on this webinar, or 4 years in ONPASSIVE itself, even though, as I said, no moolah much some of us have gotten, but how it is supposed to be running is not fully running as yet, because listen, every business have some issues, especially in the first 5 years of business. First 5 years of business, it is sometimes pandemonium. All right. And so ONPASSIVE is no different. And some of it, of course, it was internal. And so a lot of moving around and shuffling of the internal deck had to take place. So therefore, we just first want to salute Ash Mufareh. He started in July 2018 with the vision. And this vision is to lift up humanity. Lift up humanity. So a lot of people are misconceived of the idea of ONPASSIVE. Yes, it is a business, but the main course of action is to lift up humanity. And when we talk about lifting up humanity, we're not talking about lifting up humanity in the United States, or lifting up humanity in Jamaica, or lifting up humanity in Africa. No, we're talking about lifting up humanity in the entire globe, a global humanitarian lifting up to correct the corruption. Because what is the corruption? The corruption is 95% of the inhabitants of Earth is below poverty line. And just 5% is living with the richness that this earth has to offer. And so Ash Mufareh is doing a redistribution of wealth. So that is no easy task, if you please. That is no easy task, right? Because, the 5% is going to try their very best to hold on and not let go. So therefore, it is going to be a little tug and war. But if we recognize, for those of us who believe in creation, God created all of us to be prosperous and live in good health. Right? So every one of us, God wants us to live good. And it is possible. What a lot of these 5%ers is trying to do is trying to scare us, to make us try to think that, hey, there's not enough to go around. And we see and thank our friend Ash Mufareh for the vision that he has given us. The vision of ONPASSIVE. And it has so far led us to this positive growth with Ash Mufareh and through our Lord God Almighty. Because this business, ONPASSIVE, is a God-given business. And so, Ash Mufareh is a renowned entrepreneur whose network has been estimated to be in the millions. And he is the founder and CEO of ONPASSIVE, a leading IT service and IT consulting company with his expertise in the industry. Ash has achieved remarkable success in the IT field and is now one of the most successful entrepreneurs in the world. Mr. Ash Mufareh is a man with a vision for the future, a selfless person who thinks less about himself and more about people struggling to make a stand on their own to lead a prosperous life. The result is ONPASSIVE, an artificial intelligence driven automated platform providing the much needed business solution. And the best part is that it is hands free. Mr. Ash Mufareh attended American Intercontinental University for a master's degree in information technology and e-commerce. It is at this time he understood how the internet works and that it has the potential to change the world. In 2005, Ash Mufareh achieved the master affiliate position at the top producer as the top producer in the company Global Domains International, GDI, which offers options to this member to start their own online home business and earn commission to secure future financial needs. And he still proudly holds a position today. Success follow him, and he is the founder and CEO of GDI Fusion since 2014. 5 years of persistent hard work has made him all that he is now today. He has seen, realized, and understood what the world truly needs. Today, he has the key to success, and he is ready to give that to humanity. As Ash Mufareh was born into a loving family, from a young age, he was passionate about IT services and IT consulting. He is a disciplined person and he loves to spend time with his family and friends, and we can attest to that. He is blessed to have a family that is supportive and encouraging of his dream. Mr. Ash Mufareh is a blessed man indeed. He has a beautiful and supportive wife who stands beside him every step of the way. They have been together for many years and have become a strong team, each supporting each other in their endeavor. Ash's wife is his rock, his confidence, and his biggest cheerleader. Soon, Ash Mufareh realized that the online business is becoming a tech-driven industry, and very few companies offer overall business automation solution for businesses to succeed online. Now, automation is very important. He believes that every big and small company should get equal opportunity, tools, strategies, and a budget for peer competition. Hence, they conceptualized ONPASSIVE in July 2018 and was officially launched November 2022 that provides business tool to its registered members. These members get access to advanced automation tools that are driven by artificial intelligence and equipped with modern analytic technology. The founding member growth. As we can see, when we started the founding membership in July 2018, it started with 0. And then by January 2019, 10,000 membership. January 2020, 56,000 membership. By January 2021, 480,000 membership. And by January 2022, 1,429,728. Then at the close of membership in June 2022, it was 1,455,793. We know since July 2023, we are strongly standing at 1,427,483 with a decline or cancellation for whatever reason of over 28,000 members. So, ONPASSIVE is categorized in three groups of people. We have founding members, which have a membership and does beta testing, customers and resellers, global ambassadors, sales commission, and also profit sharing. Then the second group is customers, which is just on a subscription basis. And then we have resellers, which it's a subscription, and also they are able to get sales commission. And so those are the three categories so far that we know of that ONPASSIVE is categorized into. These automation tools take out most of the manual process from the business activity and completely take over the control to provide personal time for the business owners. Ash is undoubtedly creating a chain of unsettling waves in the world of the internet by providing unlimited online business solution and empowering others by offering financial freedom and personal time freedom. Ash is undoubtedly creating a chain of unsettling waves in the world of the internet by providing unlimited online business solution and empowering others by offering financial freedom and personal time freedom. His success is inspiring, and his story is proof that anything is possible with hard work and determination with God. Ash Mufareh have poured years of growth mindset into all founding members, staff, and all who come in contact with him. What makes ONPASSIVE different? 1. Security. ONPASSIVE, a leading artificial intelligence software development company, offers highly secure AI-driven automated products, tools, and applications with an emphasis on govern your data automation. 2. Automation. ONPASSIVE AI offers automation and enterprise software solution that streamlines your business process with a focus on improved result. 3. Reliability. ONPASSIVE Software Consulting and Development Company is a company that approximately 1 million invested in building futuristic application and technology solution. 4. Organic, built from the ground up, did not borrow anything from anyone, did not use any old system. Everything was built from the ground up. 5. Artificial intelligence. 6. Machine learning technology. 7. Cost effective. 8. Everything is under one umbrella. And 9. Communicate with each other. Just to take a look at a few of our products, some that we know, some that we actually have the opportunity already to use and have found them to be very, very great in quality, very great in usability, very great in communicative and everything. Academy. Academy is basically an e-learning platform of which Udacity would be similar to Academy. GoFundMe would be kind of somewhat similar to Obless, which is crowdfunding with a difference. Shop will be something like Vistaprint. Or staff will be something like Bamboo HR, which of course is a human resource management system. Or mail would be something like Yahoo or email or Gmail. Or Connect would be something like Zoom. Or counting would be something like QuickBooks. Or trim would be something like Bitly. Or post, Gmail Pro. Or wallet, Electrum. Or net, Facebook. Or tracker, guest your IP. Or capture would be like something like screencast or matic. Or create will be something like Wix. Or chat will be something like live chat. Or peer will be something like connect team. Or virtual will be something like IP vanish. Or dit will be something like Adobe Photoshop, and Adobe Premiere put together in one. And or desk would be something like or lead, or domain would be something like GoDaddy, or hire would be something like ZipRecruiter, or March would be something like Shopify, and or commerce would be something like Squarespace. So ONPASSIVE is, as we said, AI driven. And the beauty about artificial intelligence is that it is taking over everything. Everything, every aspect of our lives is being overrun and taken over by AI. So, exactly what AI means? Of course, it is artificial intelligence, which is the simulation of human intelligence processes by machines, especially computer systems. Specific applications of AI include expert system, natural language processing, speech recognition, and machine vision. So, AI is taking over the marketing industry. It's taking over the communication industry. It is taking over the manufacturing industry. It is taking over the education industry. It is taking over the retail industry. It is taking over the telecommunications industry. It is taking over the life science industry. And of course, it is taking over the healthcare industry and the gaming industry. So, what ONPASSIVE is? ONPASSIVE is the correction to the corruption. Because in the world today, there's so many corruption when it comes down to business and when it comes down to lifting up humanity. Because, of course, ONPASSIVE is the answer to help the weeping child that is without food, clothing, shoes, clean water to drink. Can you imagine at this time, day, and age, children don't have clean water to drink? What is ONPASSIVE? ONPASSIVE is the answer to the homeless mothers, fathers, and children in the world, and to the homeless at large that feel so depressed and wondering if they will ever be able to rise out of their present condition. With ONPASSIVE, they will be able to rise out of their present condition. So we decree and declare that we, as ONPASSIVians, are all grateful to God for our ONPASSIVE journey. We salute Ash Mufareh and his family, the tech team and support teams for their unwavering love for humanity. Thank you, CEO Ash Mufareh and family and all tech team, all founders that see the vision, whose lives are changed to change the world. ONPASSIVE. I thank you very much for your listening ear.
Oh, thank you so much, Dr. Derrick. Wow. I can see I'm not the only one smiling from that presentation. Grab a drink of water because we'll still need you here. That was an outstanding presentation. I see a lot of smiles from all the faces that have the cameras open. So that's a good sign that it was really well received.
Yes.
Wow. Sister Yvonne, you want to make a comment before we move forward? I know that you, please.
It was a great journey. I took it again. I loved it. Thank you, Dr. Derrick. You didn't miss a beat. I really love that journey. Really great repeat. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sis. Starting with our CEO's background to all the things he has accomplished from when ONPASSIVE started to where we currently are. That is a very, very unique history of ONPASSIVE. And it is so genuine and it's coming from the heart. Very well documented. And I can see that it's going to be part of the ONPASSIVE history when the time comes to start sharing our individual journey. Dr. Derrick already has shared his with us.
Yes.
So let us just absorb what we've listened to and what has been shared. What do you think? Do you believe you're in that journey from its inception to where we currently are? Hold your thought, because when we come to questions and discussions, you can bring it up at that time. But in the meantime, as I said, Dr. Derrick should grab a drink of water. We're going to move forward to the next segment, which is the updates, and only Dr. Derrick could tell with his team before we go to questions and discussions regarding today's presentation. Back to you, Dr. Derrick, and thank you so much.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much once again, Queen Debbie McCormick. How is Jim? How is King Jim? Thumbs up? Okay, I have to make sure, because man should not be alone.
Don't worry, he'll be home soon. He'll be
God
home
himself.
next week.
I know me say so, It is not me say so. It's God himself says so, It's not good. Not good. All right? Not good. Okay, all right. I hope you understand. Not good. All right, beautiful. Okay, all right. So, anyway, wonderful. Thank you very much, Queen Debbie McCormick. Really appreciate. And of course, we definitely have a few updates for you. And I am looking for my Queen Yvonne Finn to help me. Help me. So I'm hoping that you'll wear the hat, because Queen Kanla is not anywhere to be found, have some personal things to actually take care of.
Yes.
So I hope that Queen Yvonne Finn will, throw on the hat.
Here and present, Dr. Derrick. Here and present, yes.
All right. Wonderful. Amen. All right. So, I mean,
Will you
say a few
start?
words. No, say a few words. Say a few words. I mean,
Okay, my name is Yvonne Finn.
You are now introducing yourself as a part of the update team.
Part of the update team, yes. Normally I'm hiding behind the scenes and I am doing the chat. But today I'm borrowing a new hat because Dr. Derrick has asked me to, and I'm happy to oblige. So here we go.
All right, wonderful. Thank you. Really appreciate. So yes, let me just put that on the screen also, because that is how we do it. All right, so we are ready with the updates for the 29th. All right, so Ash Mufareh came on the 25th September 2024. That was last Wednesday. So last time we talked, which was the week before, we talk about a possibility of us having a link, which is Ash Mufareh having the link. And yes, he got the link. And he is able to log into the system and actually go live. That has been achieved. And I actually have a copy open on my desk. So he had a copy open on his computer right there last week, Wednesday, the 25th. So he wasn't talking from the side of his mouth. He was actually talking from what he was seeing. So a couple of things are way better today than before.
And Mr. Mufareh went on to say, let me update you. The first thing I want to say, the overall betterment, then we are going to talk about the mechanical betterment. So overall today, not only are we going on the right track, we're in a much better position strategically than we were 5, 6, 8, 9, 10 months ago.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So we are in a better position.
Absolutely.
All right. Today, we are in a perfect position that I wanted to be years ago. And that position is to have the right talent to help us reach our goal sooner, effectively, more efficient, and in the fastest possible way. That was the dilemma. Previously, as of now, the best part is we have the talent. And I want to focus on underlying the word talent better than experience.
Mm-hmm. So I really want you to rest assured we've got the talent to take us where we want to go much faster than we thought before. Now things are making sense, he says. Now things are making sense.
Yes.
So the other thing is, not only the overall position, we're in a perfect spot today than the last year or so. Go, Mr. Amen.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Not only that, but also because we have this new setup, we are confident that we are able to go to a higher ground than we previously thought we could achieve in ONPASSIVE. That gives us the motivation. It gives us the excitement that now, whatever we throw at the table, then we are able to make it happen seamlessly.
Yes, sir. That's really like a dream come true. That's the bottom line. In conclusion, that not just failure is not an option. I can tell you we got it. We absolutely got it. I can confirm with you, we have recovered the business. We're not going away. We're coming back. All right. We're coming back much stronger with the right people, with the right caliber, with the right integrity, and with the right talent again. Yes.
Wonderful. So, all in all, we are, I think, better direction, better position, and aiming to enormous success that lies ahead. Now, I'm saying this not because of what I heard or the promise which previously I got ahead of myself. It's a confession based on what I heard. I take it as like people meant what they say.
I want to convey that everything we discussed last week is now completed on schedule. As mentioned before, I will address any concerns now. So we are confirming that you will be able to check your account live again soon at 100%. Yes, sir.
Yay.
That's what he said. Regarding the plan moving forward, we are assessing the current situation. Yes, sir.
Okay. It is essential to understand that the communication methods have changed. I will refrain from making statements until I have verified the fact. The primary question we need to resolve is, are we able to recover everything? This will become clearer in the coming days.
And he goes on to say, tomorrow we will share further updates as we approach the finish line to ensure we can provide accurate timelines. It is crucial to determine a reasonable time frame for moving into the next phase. We hope to maintain contact with you as we progress. Our approach has evolved significantly since we started with a simple Excel sheet to prepare our business operations. Can you believe that? An Excel sheet? Wow.
Yes, in 2018, it was an Excel sheet that there was no website. Wow. There was no website, you know. It was after that, the Go Founders website was established. And as I actually see it here, as our business grew rapidly, we established Go Founders in December. So between July and December, it was an Excel sheet. That's what he's between July and December, it was an Excel sheet. And remember in my presentation that by January of 2019, it was 10,000 founding position.
Wow.
So I am sure that anywhere between December was maybe about 8,000. Can you imagine juggling 8,000 people on an Excel sheet?
I don't know. He did it. What a job.
Wow. Which it was not originally planned as part of the Go Founders benefits, but allow us to create a more comprehensive platform. We are now committed to handle everything in-house to maintain quality and ensure we address the needs of our growing customer base.
Wow. This journey has involved significant adjustment, I'd say so, such as expanding our product offerings without relying on third-party outsourcing. Recently, we experienced significant challenges that prompted a complete reevaluation of our direction. We realized that we could not continue at the same pace with multiple departments working in misalignment. Yeah.
This leads us to pause and reflect, to pause. This leads us to pause and reflect on how to move forward effectively without considering quitting or giving up. No quitting, no giving up. The input from qualified individuals has inspired a new perspective on how to navigate our path. We are now on track to evaluate our operation and further develop the foundation of our business.
I encourage you to stay engaged as we unveil new developments in the coming days as the future looks promising. I value your support and input as we transition into this new phase. Tomorrow, we will assess whether we can proceed directly to the next stage or if there will be a brief transition.
The important takeaway is that we are evolving positively. Thank you for your patience.
Yes. Says, my name is Ash Mufareh. I was born to make a positive impact in your life, in your future, and that can ripple to the entire world. I love you. I'm proud of you all, and we are going to make it to another top. Yes.
Buckle up. This is how we do it. We are
on Passive.
Thank you very much.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Queen Yvonne, you did fill that vacuum so appropriately. You are a permanent member of that team, so remember.
Stop it. Thank you, Queenie.
Wow, thank you, Dr. Derrick. I've had so many messages from people telling me that they go to webinars and they're sent to come to Dream Team and listen to updates because they have the most accurate update from the back office, which is not there, but at least it's the presentation of our updates is impeccable. Basically, that's the message. Thank you very much. We appreciate it, Dr. Derrick. Okay, we're moving forward with our next segment of the webinar, which is questions and discussions. For anything that you have, starting with Dr. Derrick's presentation today. And I'm going to call on our team, Queen Dr. Benny and Sister Aisha, you're in the house, and the rest of the team. Over to you, my darling sisters. Welcome, welcome. Nigeria in the house today. I see Pastor Paul as well.
All right. Greetings. Happy Sunday. Are you guys excited? Well, anyway, I just want to, create an excitement here. If and only you guys agree with it. If not, we're just going to be quiet.
We agree with you, Dr. Benny. We do.
Happy Sunday. I really want to appreciate each and everyone coming here because there are a lot of webinars out there, but you decided to come and see Dr. Derrick, I want to really appreciate each and everyone. I want to thank our Heavenly Father for bringing each and everyone here this afternoon, evening, or morning. It all depends upon your location. I really want to thank our welcome team. Thank you so much, Brother Alfred. I appreciate you. Queen Mary Pendy, thank you. And guess what? Our mindset sister. Thank you so much. The first thing that you said was you believe in God, that you want to thank God. I appreciate that because we need to appreciate what God has done for all of us. The air that you breathe, you don't pay for it, right? I just want to thank each and everyone. Thank you, our moderator team, Queen Debbie McCormick. We appreciate the way you moderate. We love you so much. Our presenter for today, King Dr. Derrick, you make us to understand the importance of ONPASSIVE. Oh yes, ONPASSIVE is everything to each and everyone, but people don't know the real importance of ONPASSIVE. ONPASSIVE is real. It is real. And we have the best CEO in the world. Oh yes, we do. Isn't it, Queen Yvonne Finn? Yes, we have the best CEO.
Yes,
There's
we do.
nothing else.
Yes, we do. Yes.
I want to thank Queen Rose. Thank you so much for your help behind the scene. We love you so much for all your support. Thank you so much, Queen Yvonne Finn, for everything. You are doing everything to all of us. My name is D. Benny, and I am one of our question and discussion team. Queen Aisha, could you please proceed? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Benny. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're seeing me from. It depends on your time. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I want to appreciate our presenter for today, Dr. Derrick. Thank you for taking us through the step-by-step, looking back to how we started in ONPASSIVE and what ONPASSIVE have to offer each and every one of us who is here as a brand ambassador and also athletes. I'm sure some of our athletes are here with us today. And also I want to thank you for making us realize what ONPASSIVE is offering us. As I used to say, Ash has planted a seed of hope for humanity. Thank you, everyone. I also want to appreciate Sister Lerato for her word, as always. Whenever she's here, I'm always pleased with whatever she's presenting. Thank you for the mindset. Thank you for reminding us of so many things. I don't want to go into what you have said already. And also our update team, Sister Yvonne, wonderful. Thank you very much. Thank you. Really appreciate you guys, as always. And also Sister Debbie, thank you for being our moderator for tonight. Thank you very much. And also our host, Dr. Patience, who has given us this platform to leverage on. Thank you. I want to appreciate you also. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming. My name is Aisha from Lagos, Nigeria. Thank you. I'm part of the question and discussion team. And we have also Sister Bridget. If she's there, she can take it from here. She's part of us.
Oh, before Sister Bridget continue, I need Dr. Pat. Could you please proceed before we can continue? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. As you see, I'm on the background today. I have a little family emergency, but all is good. Just keep praying and we'll be fine. But I just said that I should come on and really appreciate the host team. Sister Aisha is a host team, and you're part of the host team. It's not me, I'm not hosting. You have a host team, the dream team, host team. Thank you all for all you do. Even when some of us might not be here, things move smoothly because of all of you. And I see Sister Julie Pierre has a candle and a picture. It looks like one of our, we lost one of our brand ambassadors again. We keep praying for all of them that departed. For all of you guys, the host team, I really want to appreciate the way you both step in when one or two of us have to do something, right? We know a lot of us were not available today. Others, like Sister Bridget is not here because she's at a funeral. So there are different things that's happening and people cannot show up. But this platform keeps going. It's alive because of you, the host team. I just said that it would not be nice for me not to come up and just appreciate you. And I know what all you do. And Dr. Derrick, thanks for stepping in. We had other plan, but God had other plan, and Dr. Derrick was here. Thank you all. I should let my voice heard. I am behind the scene today. I am okay. I just wanted to know that me, in fact, I'm okay. It's just that I have something else happening in the family. Okay? Just keep us in your prayer. We're all good. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Queen Dr. Pat. We do appreciate you, everything you have done and things that you will continue to do to all of us. I know Sister Bridget is not available at the moment, but I want all of us, before I say anything else, Queen Yvonne Finn, could you please introduce yourself, my dear?
Okay, my name is Yvonne Finn. I am in Canada, and I am part of the question and answer team. I host the chat. Thank you, Queen Debbie.
All right. I want to let each and everyone know that one of our brother, which Dr. Pat just said regarding brother KC Zevenberg, he departed 2 nights ago. You guys know that we don't know what can happen to all of us, right? At any time, we can leave the world. At any time. May his soul rest in perfect peace. My condolence to his entire family. We just need to work together. Our CEO says that we should work together as a family. You guys know that God is very, very important. Even though some people talk about God, but they don't do what God wants. But those who believe and does the right thing, we appreciate our Heavenly Father for what He has done and what He will continue to do to all of us. I want to thank Dr. Derrick for this update. You guys do understand what ONPASSIVE is all about. Because of what transpired before, based upon, should I say, insider threat, you guys know that our CEO is working so hard. He is doing everything to make you and I happy. Are you guys ready? Are you guys excited? I mean, just calm down and wait for the right time to come, the time will come that you and I will be smiling because of his determination. And no one, you guys remember what he said, right? No one can stop ONPASSIVE except God. A lot of rich people are out there. They don't want you and I to enjoy. But Mr. Ash Mufareh, he is determined to make you and I happy. Thank you so much for the update. We appreciate you. At this moment, this is question and discussion. Now, if you have any question about ONPASSIVE, raise your hands up. Do you guys have any excitement? Raise your hands up or just write the question on the chat. Remember, we are all family. You see me smiling? You can still smile like me and you look younger. Thank you all for listening. I love ONPASSIVE. Raise your hands up, please, if you have any question. Thank you.
I'm sure we are still live, right? Are we not still live to the YouTube? Have you closed it, YouTube?
No, it did not work today, so it was not live at all. Yeah, thank you, sister. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So as Dr. Benny said, please, if you have any question, go ahead and raise up your hand electronically or physically. Or you can go to the chat and drop your question, then we'll take it from there. Sister Yvonne is there for the chat. Thank you.
Okay, I don't see any questions in the chat, but I'd like to say something about the presentation from Dr. Derrick, because each time he does it, and I remember how important the dates are that we are celebrating as milestone, because he's so accurate about these dates. And also, I did not know anything about, because I hate the Excel sheet, I did not know that that is what our CEO used at the beginning. That must have been really a challenge, because I know how difficult that can be, and the corrections and stuff. So thank you, Dr. Derrick. That journey was just perfect. It's just like, you know, looking back for real, rather than just having you demonstrate it in that update. And the dates are really important to magnify how wonderful, where we are now from where we were. So thank you very much. And of course, I want to thank Sister Lerato with her wonderful talk, because the mindset really is everything. You don't have the right mindset, but she's always emphasizing that it's a choice. It is a choice. God gave us power to do positive or to be negative. And we have to always make that choice. And it's available to each and every one of us. And ONPASSIVE definitely. And so does the Dream Team. Stresses that the mindset is what drives everything else. Thank you, both of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Queen Yvonne Finn.
Thank you.
I really appreciate you. And pretty soon I'm going to hand it over to Queen Debbie. But just you all to know the importance of ONPASSIVE, where it started. And you guys notice that at first we did not have any products, right? Now you guys notice the way Dr. Derrick was presenting. But we have really utilized our own product. Yes, with the key features, right? We used to have 24 key features, and pretty soon more and more features will be coming. When ONPASSIVE come back to life, I'm telling you, you guys will be excited when it comes to OConnect. OConnect is different from any other application. No one can compare OConnect with any other application. Never, no one. So I want to thank Dr. Derrick and Queen Yvonne Finn. Thank you so much for the updates.
All right, so we thank you all. Really appreciate. Thank you all for making it Dream Team. Want to thank Lerato Shadare and also all the persons working behind the scene, on the scene, in the scene, updates. Welcome everyone. The chat monitor, the varied little teams that we have here in Dream Team. We just want to thank you all for making it Dream Team this Sunday. the second to last day of the month. So come next Sunday, it will be the first Sunday in October for Dream Team at 12:45. So please join us. And throughout the week, you know, we have a meeting every day of the week. We have meetings with Yvonne Finn and Dr. Yvonne that is going to rock your whole week with the looking at children, the humanitarian of children with One Nation. So let us join her at 1 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Also on Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, it's Mindset Monday with Queen Miriam Edwards, EA. Wednesday, it is Empowering Humanity with Julie Pierre. And Thursday morning, it is Passion, Singapore, Malaysia team. And that is at 9 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and I think 9 p.m. Singapore time. So we have a lot of meetings wrapping up, you know, this wonderful week that you can all participate in one shape, size, or another. So we want to thank you. Thank you, those that are on YouTube watching this broadcast in the future. We just want to thank you for joining us and for watching this wonderful presentations. Thank you all, our Dream Team ONPASSIVians, and thank you all, our YouTube viewers, for another wonderful Dream Team webinar. We thank you.
Thank you.